Hello and welcome. Today we are checking out Enderal, which this technically is a Skyrim mod, but it also is a lot more. Because it is an entire game built from the bones of Skyrim, but you don't just install it like a regular mod. It actually is like a complete separate standalone game that you can download from Steam, that all it does is check to see if you own Skyrim, and you're good to go, and it's separate. There is like a subsection of mods specifically for Enderal as well, but I did not check out any of those yet. Does Enderal not have controller support? Oh my god, Enderal! Let's see, before we get any further. Controls. Nope. Nope, doesn't recognize my controller at all. Why? That is wild. That's a wild choice. I don't know how to play Skyrim on mouse and keyboard. Okay, I mean, I guess I will figure it out, but like I said, I really don't know how to play Skyrim on mouse and keyboard. Got some horses. What was our quest? I have to talk with Daddy. He wants to tell me something important. But yeah, I really like the idea of this, of like an encapsulated project that you can just download completely separately. I honestly wish there was more things like this. Right? If there was like separate Steam pages for mod packs or something. Something like that, but all right. Let's talk with Daddy.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
What is this place? Where are we?
Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just Mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it?
Nope.
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Yes, this thing is obviously going for bad vibes already. Where did he want me to go in here? Oh, in front of his elk, right?
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
But what about mommy and sister?
What? Now when you look at that, I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime, to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
Something tells me this guy's a gaslighter. It was the masked man. Yeah, no, it was probably him. But I didn't kill them. It was the masked man. Is all the options.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry.
Okay, I guess I repeat myself.
Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget. Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Yeah, that's a pretty messed up backstory, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean our character actually did that.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad but fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what? Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Yup.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
Blame myself? What makes you think that? I don't know, maybe. But even if I do, what difference does it make? Nonsense, those bastards from the temple killed them, not me, and I know that.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Not our fault that the ship is so poorly guarded, and we couldn't have afforded the passage fee anyway. Me too, but we're going to pay our debt as soon as we have earned our money over there.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Nehrims are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Okay. It could be an elf. This seems like probably the canon character. This looks like the most like Dad, I guess. Steppe-like continent Arazil. They're a divided people, while the nomadic natives in the steppes maintain their pantheistic traditions. The coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition as a fully fledged part of the civilized world. Said to have a reclusive mind, Killians are deemed as blessed businessmen. Rumor that can be ascribed to the Blue Island Coalition. Native to the swampy continent, Maiar Haranath, the destruction of the land caused by decades of war forced many Eterna to escape to the other countries while various destinies awaited them. Some pursued and disregarded them because of their innate magic talent. Some revered them for it. Many Eterna earned their life as traveling minstrels. Half Eterna start with a bonus for elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. They get heavy armor, two-handed health, and handicraft. They get rhetoric's carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksman. And These guys get light armor, one-handed stamina, and alchemy. Originate from the namesake deserted continent, which is said to be both barren and inhospitable. At the same time, it is also known as Cradle of Science, Mysticism, and Culture. While many foreign countries admire Hyra for its advanced culture, they are often deemed as heretical and immoral, especially on religious continents like Enderal. Well, rhetoric's carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksmanship. I don't know if I'm going to be using two-handed, but everything else seems decent to me with this guy. Finish my character? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to go to the next page. R is done, and it doesn't tell me what any of the other controls are. This is what happens when you don't play Skyrim on controller. Or when you on keyboard. When you do play it on controller. You get to situations like this and you don't know what to do. This conversation cannot be interrupted. Quit the game? No. I honestly cannot figure out what button. I just went through practically the entire keyboard. I pressed every letter. I pressed every letter, not a single one advanced it. It's not the numbers either. It's not tab. Not shift. It's not control. It's not alt. It's not spacebar. Is it arrow key? No, it's not arrow key. Alright. I guess this is what we look like.
Araziel. Right, how could I have forgotten? She was one of the few free people who ever set foot on a ship. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit. Someone's coming!
Nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days. Back when I could lift a skirt and nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Ah, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
I'm stuck. There we go.
Wrong time, wrong place!
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
This guy just... he didn't help at all. Stamina low. Well, yep, okay. There, I got him with the big... with the...
Oh, man,
with the big knee.
Oh man, that wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
Let's kill him. It's safer that way. Maybe we should turn ourselves in. Let's tie them up and gag them. When we arrive, we sneak out.
Yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on, help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Okay, well, neither of them had a rope. Oh, this is curious. The perk tree is gone. Find a rope. Okay, I look for rope. I see no rope, but I look for it. I see no rope over here. Probably blind. It's probably somewhere obvious. Just wine in here, right? Yeah, just wine. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you, but sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Please don't leave! We just wanted to...
Well, that's inconvenient.
After we had left Ostian, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us, the war, we just wanted a second chance, that's all.
This guy's good as dead.
Second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking. But let's be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep. And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain.
I don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in Nehrim.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Well, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway?
So many people just talk, and
How
never
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm doing.
It's just... There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
What is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Okay, I learned meditation. Interact with Barbarian, Juggernaut, Mercenary. The memories of the Keeper improve the effect of defensive techniques like blocking or heavy armor, as well as anything that raises your resistance in battle. Tier 1 heavy armor is 15% more effective. Tier 2 heavy armor is another 12% more effective. This memory unlocks all warrior disciplines for you. It also reduces the weight of heavy armor by 10% and grants you the talent Rage, which raises your weapon damage for a short time. Sounds good to me. Leave the world with meditating with Y. Okay. I will in a second. What's this? Phasmalist allows you to construct ghostly companions. That's cool. Unlocks all rogue disciplines. Okay. Well. I'm trained to know to think that means I'm a vampire. Find a way to reach inland. This looks fantastic. Yeah, this looks great. Okay, shift makes me... What is the run button here? If shift makes me go slow. Is it alt? It is alt. Okay. Find a way inland, it says. That is not inland. Well, let's follow the river. That's a good way to do it. Or maybe I should just follow the path. Probably just wants me to follow the path. Read my journal with J. Open hero menu with H. This is my hero menu? Oh no. Okay, never mind. For some reason, I saw this and I thought it was like water. I thought it was like forced survival mode. Okay, well. We already know our pickaxe, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if I... Oh, a knife. Okay, that's better than a pickaxe. Let's do... Yeah, there we go. One hand torch, other hand knife. The ruin, just like in the vision. Anything here? No, just a tent, okay. Where you going? Rats defeated. Very good. What is this place called? I didn't read it. Abandoned temple. Okay. Okay, this is definitely one of those things they showed in the intro. You are raising your skills with learning books. What? To use it, or to use... Oh, well. Increases one-handed for apprentice. Up to skill level 25. Costs 1 learning point. I did it. Okay, so... one, it's actually been some time. I actually had to look up what we were supposed to do here. I could not find whatever it needed for this thing here. So I looked it up, and also I found in the options, the controller toggle. There in gameplay settings is where the controller toggle was. So I am free to use a controller again. But secondly, I will show you where this thing was. You see this? Like, that thing is so barely noticeable. Rune key. That's what we needed. All right. These things are taking their time, but we're making our way. Oh, I also found a sword. It wasn't that far. It was just outside this cave. I am definitely saving there. Like, I tried. I tried to find whatever I needed to get through there on my own. That thing was so hidden, just like flopped underneath the skeleton's hand. I just gave up eventually. I was like, forget this. Certain areas, healing spells and health potions raise your arcane fever. Ambrosia. Grounding. Old robe. Is that all that's here? Okay, well, I certainly am not going to let whatever that, our arcane fever, let's see what the arcane fever is. You feel odd, cold, but at the same time feverish. It takes the toll from you. It takes its toll from you to focus your thoughts. Carrying capacity reduced by 7. But okay. I'm just gonna do this. Oh man, I am realizing the sensitivity is also set very high for this. Okay, that's better. Let's see what's down here. Yeah, the settings are Key of the Forgotten Temple, Scrap Metal of an Ancient Nation. I see, so they use the same stuff, but they're like, no, it's not Dwemer. Not Dwemer, it's the Ancient Nation. You never know, maybe I'll be able to sell that stuff. But yes, the settings are quite obviously set to appeal to the keyboard and mouse player. That is most definitely the standard that it is set up for. I bet there's some people that are gonna comment on this video that they won't make it this far. And instead, they're just gonna leave a comment in there like, ooh, Marksman Apprentice, Sneak Apprentice. To rest in Enderal, you need a sleeping place, hence you need to search for beds. So my health does not recover unless inedible beer, brittle longbow. My health doesn't recover unless I actually sleep. But I'm betting there's like gonna be at least one person that does not watch this far and realize that I did get the controller support working, and they're gonna be like, there is controller support, it's in the gameplay settings. And that's fine, I get it. Knee-jerk reactions. Okay, I'm hesitating to sleep there because I'm also thinking maybe I do this. Elementalism for Apprentice. I do not have enough learning points. Okay, appears there is nothing. But how do I acquire learning points? While in game, press up to open the favorites menu, which allows you to quickly, yeah. Maybe just by doing combat or something. Maybe that's how I... There, we at least have a robe on now. But yeah, maybe just by leveling up combat skills or something. We'll find out. Maybe it's XP. Like killing the corpses in light, they are gone. But yeah, maybe it's just EXP. Like when I get enough EXP, I gain a learning point or something. I don't know. We'll find out. This machine, why does it seem so familiar? Who knows? What's this? Ice Claw? You found an Ice Claw. Ice Claw is listed in your inventory under consumables. Permanently raise your carry weight by 1 point when eaten. Permanently. That's pretty useful. They even put the exclamation point next to it. Permanently! Eat this right now, it's permanent! Alright, here is the way forward. Spell Tome Boon. Okay. Oh. Well, that worked. Surprisingly. Is its health recovering? Well, I'm gonna beat it. It's wild that it has such good health regeneration, though. Give me my arrows back. Bloody skull. Got some penny coins. Psionic push. Unleash a psionic wave onto humans and creatures, which does 3 points of damage and 2 points of additional damage for mesmerized enemies and pushes them back. Receiving up to level up. Well, that was pretty cool. I definitely like the idea of Enderal crusty bread. We'll put on some normal clothes. Oh, wait. The robe has 11 armor. Never mind. We're wearing the robe. What's up here? Nothing? So that is definitely their troll reskin, obviously. That is awfully bright, but find a way out of the ravine, collect pumpkins to hasten health regeneration, collect a mana fungi to hasten the regeneration of mana. Okay. Yeah, this looks awful fancy. And the music drop is also nice. Look at that. Objective already almost complete. I'm getting all the pumpkins. So we have health regeneration then, it just is bad health regeneration. I got like a bonus to EXP. Okay, so the purple mushrooms are, or whatever color that is. It's like dark blue. Some kind of middle ground between purple and blue. More like gray. He was just a trick of the light before. Oh man, I clicked past that. Press H to open the hero menu. You can change the map key. Learning points 5. I wonder what it is on controller. I don't think there is a button for it on controller. Or at least if there is, I don't know what it is. But okay, we have some learning points. Heavy armor, sneak, marksman, elementalism, all of them. Hopefully that message that popped up wasn't all too important. Hopefully it was just rewards. Okay, so let's go over here first. I see, this is an entire tower. I'm just gonna take everything for now. Drop whatever I need when I need to. That I can sell it to a merchant if we find one. I see. So there we will go to the bottom of that tower, but there's probably no need. There might be a little bit more at the base, but I'm sure we didn't miss that much going over here. Moon carrot. I heard a wolf. Press left trigger while blocking to execute bashing. Yes. Nice of them to presume. That would be wild if you played this game without playing Skyrim. Like, if you played this first. That would be crazy. I expected this to lead back to that temple, or that tower rather, but it does not, it seems. Seems there's a drop down from that tower, so we'll go over here. That's a wolf. You friendly? You're not gonna bother me? Magical symbol. 1 of 100. Old sword, ambrosia. Okay, there was definitely more in here than I thought there was. Use traps to your advantage to defeat enemies. Haven't actually learned my spells yet. Heals the caster 6 points per second. Worsens your Arcana fever. Ooh. Got a fire that does 6 points of fire damage per second. Targets on fire take extra damage. Lightning that does 7 points of shock damage and half as much of mana damage. And the psionic push. Okay. Does this lead? Yep, that's where we already were. Okay. Path connected. Okay, that's just a straight up troll this time. You serious, man? I'm right here. The enemies in this kind of seem a little oblivious. They don't notice you unless you stand right in front of them. Old Vagrant Gauntlet. Okay, that's a decent look. What's up here? Anything? Just bones? Seems like just bones. That makes me think this wolf is not friendly and instead is just blind. Spell Tome Life Absorption. If you're wondering why I save so much, because I don't trust anything Skyrim related and presume it could crash at any second. Okay, where's my... Escaped. Coastal deer stalker is what they're called. Where are you going, deer stalker? Doesn't matter where you're going. Now we have this. But it's going to be awfully dangerous to use. X marks the spot? What's this? You know what? I was wondering. Well, there did happen to be a shovel next to it, but that's why I picked up the shovel in the first place. I was like, you never know. They might put in some New Vegas mechanics in here. And they did. Okay, do I have anything to heal myself? Probably not. The rancid health potion still works pretty good. Oh, and we have the pumpkins, right? I heard some Nehrim. What is going on here? Well, there it goes. Well, that thing sure has a curious face.
Now, would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
That's a long story. Why am I getting tongue twisted here? Where am I here? I don't know, the phrasing of that question. Where am I here? And who are you?
Who am I? Finn de Lires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nehrim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
What about my eyes?
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
What's your story? Why are you here?
Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find some things.
Knowledge. Can I trade some goods with you? Yeah, sure. Can I trade some goods with you? I found some things in the ruins.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Okay, let's see. All right, take my ancient bowl. Take all this from me. My ruined book, all my scrap metal, one of my shovels. And all the clothes I'm not wearing, you can take all that too. Oh, we got an old vagrant hood as well. I didn't realize we picked that up. I'm kind of interested in keeping this sword in case maybe we want to dual wield. All right. Can you tell me about this region?
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
I see, and there are places that might be of interest to an adventurer.
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
You said you were apothecarius by my path. What do you mean by my path?
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
A role designated by Malthus? You mean the gods assign your professions to you?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites. And there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
But aren't you frustrated by being bound to the path? Don't you want to advance?
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path, and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
And who are the pathless?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know.
In Nehrim, there's a rumor that the gods are dead.
And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy.
What is this? Just an idea? Yourself?
Maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours.
That's it for now. Thanks for the help.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Okay.
By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
I suddenly have this kind of fever. You have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, gruntroods. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still!
Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh. Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you.
Okay, uncork bottle and drink potion.
See? You already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what in blazes just happened there?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality. And too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh, shit!
Oh!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards.
Maybe get to cover.
Hit me.
You're still out in the open. You're gonna get shot. Why am I sitting in this chair?
Do something, damn it!
Well, I guess I see the future, or something.
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
How do you know about the apothecary? Were you there when they were attacked?
I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help, for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry.
No, I get it. I really do. Why would you help? Like they died so fast that there was no point. Like, it was one shot and then an explosion and it's over. There's nothing to do there. What do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yep.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist will be able to cure this fever.
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
You know, the XP system in this does feel a lot more like Fallout New Vegas, to be honest. Like, completing objectives to get EXP. This talking to people, just gaining knowledge, getting EXP from that is new, but overall, it feels like they were trying to draw a little bit from New Vegas if I had to guess. If I contain the fever, but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
Wait, it can kill me? And what's an Orbaya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
Are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
And what about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever?
You have visions?
For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I've had this fever, I get these strange premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yes, but it wasn't just a dream. It was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was the same as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Right, after I washed up on the shore, yes, together with those visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
What if I want to do this on my own? I want to know more. Who is this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order.
The Holy Order? You mean the enforcers of the Lightborn?
Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council, just an order of noble warriors always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation.
Okay, I'll help. The faster I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there's officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and Vatirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's death? Everyone in Nehrim talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the gods, the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods.
What do the Enderalians think about that?
Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way, at least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment.
And here I thought the Enderalians were the most pious people in the civilized world.
Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it.
Splendid. You never know. But we digress.
Right, you mentioned something about a red madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
A magister?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winters on his back.
What did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
So what's your role in all this? You said you work for the Order, but I take it you're no monk.
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about that magister.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think?
Sure.
Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
If a quest objective is marked by 1 or more stars, they indicate the difficulty of said quest, and at the time, the level you should have for the quest. Okay.
Huh? Keep your chin up.
Away we go. Oh wow, they're all the way over here? So going this way is not the way, seemingly. More like I have to go around and then down here. That's a wolf. Okay, I'm heading the right direction. That's a troll. There's another wolf. All right, I'm doing it. Oh no, that's some bandits.
A lonesome traveler. Some folks just never learn.
Goats, help me. Help me, goats. Fight the bandits for me. That's another wolf. Whoa! Where am I at? Getting closer. Which one is that? That's that map marker, so we're going for this one. Just gotta use geometry. Yeah, I can't go the places I can. Even if it's just up some rocks. All right, into the sea we go. Yarrow's diary. Key from Yarrow's strongbox. Find a use for the strongbox. Well, we're already here. That guy should be here already. We'll tell him about it. We'll see if there's something in the house that I can use the key for. I'm gonna take that stuff, because why not? Maybe I can sell it. Whoops. Guess that rat died. Entropy. Okay, looks like he's downstairs. Alright, I'm just walking through traps. Whatever, it's fine.
Now a good pipe. Well, if it isn't my new friend. Any luck?
Yeah, I found what Yero tried to get rid of. Here, have a look.
Interesting. I didn't know about his companion's fate, to be honest. Irony of fate, isn't it? Murdered by those you wanted to help. But the Order will definitely be interested in these letters. Well done. Keep your chin up.
Yeah, geez, guy, you're just gonna leave all the traps active for anybody who walks through? Leather arm protectors. Okay, so we've got a Phasmalist workbench. Okay, this certainly is different. Alright, I'm just getting real lucky here not dying from everything, but we got a full set of real armor now. Is there a bed down here, is the real question. I don't remember seeing one. And it doesn't want me to sleep on that one, apparently. Okay, in that case, I guess I'm eating some pumpkins. Grants 1 memory point. Okay, I guess I didn't need to eat all that. It was kind of overkill, but whatever. Okay, some rusty-looking mine carts. They definitely encourage exploration with those things that increase carry capacity and all that. Is that a giant mud crab? Is it alive or dead? It looks dead. What is going on here? Okay, now we gotta go talk to the friend or whatever. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna run straight there. Oh, that's right. There was wolves over here. That's nice, though. That's nice. That's a nice view of that mountain range over there. Yeah, just picking an island, doing your Skyrim expansion on an island does really work. Makes it so you can have like a very focused scope of what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, those wolves are never gonna catch me. Neither is that mud crab. Cannot dig in combat. Mud crab, you gotta go. Learning book. Fingersmith. Scroll of boon. Scroll of teleport to Riverville. Is that where we're going? Are we going to Riverville? I think that is. I think that's where we're supposed to be going, right? So let's just use that. That seems perfect.
Sir.
Hey there. Yep, that was where we were supposed to go. Fantastic.
Hello. You just don't get any.
Miss Sir.
Who are you?
Just a traveler. You are Alfred, right? The childhood friend of a man named Yarrow?
Yarrow. This is about his death, isn't it? The rampage.
You heard about it?
Of course. Who hasn't? Yarrow was one of us, after all. It is terrible.
That guard is very short.
You want to hear an old man's opinion, though? I always expected that something like this would happen. Malthus, forgive me for talking about a keeper like that, but it's the truth.
You mean you saw it coming? How?
Hard to explain, really. Come on, let's find somewhere to sit. It'll be easier to talk that way.
Oh, right here? Okay.
Well, Yarrow. That's quite a subject, you know. You were right when you said we were best friends. Our fathers knew each other. For as long as I can remember, Yarrow and I were getting into trouble together. At least, until his mother died.
Not of old age, I assume?
No. Bandits killed her in broad daylight on Penny Road. Today these incidents are common, but not back then. The road was considered safe. Very safe. She was on her way to Ark, accompanied by 3 other women, and they were set upon at the pass. None of them survived. Yarrow was shattered. I think the worst part was how his father went downhill after his wife's death. The fishery decayed, and the poor guy filled his days with boozing and sleeping. It changed Yarrow forever.
How exactly?
Well, that's a good question. On the one hand, he became a man, despite his tender age. On the other hand, something inside him woke up, so to speak. A desire to make more of his life. Old Mother Jenica noticed it and took him under her wing. He learned how to read and write, and soon he knew all the holy verses by heart. When he didn't have to help his drunken father, he helped in the village as much as he could.
He transformed his grief into productivity. Sounds like a rather positive development.
Indeed, that's one way to look at it. It wasn't long before he was the jewel of the village, the striving young fisherman destined for great things, even though he was only on the path of a manufacturer. And then the inevitable happened. A keeper of the order came to Riverville to see the prodigy with his own eyes. And behold, in addition to Yero's ingenuity, he also had a slumbering magical talent. The keeper took him away, and a few months later, he started his novitiate. Since then, I've only seen him once or twice, as he rarely visited Riverville. I don't think he ever noticed how much that hurt me.
So what did you mean by I always suspected that something like this would happen?
Oh, it's hard to explain. I believe it was the way he was talking about his grand plans. How he wanted to make the world a better place, to become the greatest keeper since Lorem Waterblade. Underneath all this, there was an anger. An anger mixed with deep grief and disappointment. I don't think he was aware of it, because he drew all his strength from that anger. The strength to do all this, to learn and to work day and night, but it frightened me, like the Blue Death. It slumbers inside the pathless mage who believes he can master magic without the Order's help. At first, it grants power, but then, one day, it bursts out in an unholy wave of destruction, turning him into one of the monsters in the old songs. Anyway, I'm just an old man. What do I know about these matters? Now let me go to sleep. All these memories are making me weary.
All right, thanks for the help.
Yes, of course.
Okay, back to Jasper. There seems to be no fast travel. Let me just double check that real quick. Nope, there is certainly no fast travel. You know, when we got the scroll of teleportation, that's immediately what I wondered about. I was like, would they give this to you because that's just a faster way to get there because there's no fast travel? And that indeed seems to be the case.
Hey, you there. Yes, you. Do you want to know a secret?
Tell me your secret now, child.
Well, I found something really, really awesome, but I need help from somebody as tall and strong as you. How about it? I show you what I mean, and you promise to help me in return. What do you say?
Sure.
Awesome! I knew you'd say yes. Come, follow me.
All right, kid. How far are we going? I got places to be.
Look, I found this yesterday when I was searching for shells. Awesome, isn't it?
It's a casket.
Yes, and you know what? If you shake it, you can hear a rattling, as if there are coins in it. All we need to do is break it open, then we can split the loot. And I could give Daddy the money for the pointy beard man. So what do you think? I've already tried to open it, but it just won't budge.
Is there a crab behind me, kid? Okay, let me have a try.
Sure.
There is some spooky crabs. Bolt of lightning, it does 15 of shock damage. Okay. Okay, I have one idea.
Yes! Awesome! Let's see what's in there. There are... Oh, come on. What is that?
What is it?
There aren't any pennies, only these weird nails and a piece of paper. Here, take a look for yourself.
Read the old notice. Day and night it stands there, sublime, proud, full of power, giving blessings in times of need on our path until we die.
So, does it say anything?
It looks like some kind of poem to me, I'm not sure.
A poem? What if it's a riddle? That's what you grown-ups call it, don't you? What does it say exactly? A blessing in distress? That... Oh, sugar, why do you grown-ups always have to talk so complicated? That is... Wait. Father Phil...
No, kid! I'm not going on your adventure any longer.
About blessings at the sermons.
I'm not going on your goddamn Scooby-Doo hunt of going to one place then the other, tracking down riddles to a poem. Alright, I gotta get my sword out. Or my... Maybe I should just have my lightning out. I should also meditate. See if I can get anything there again. I want EXP. This place was further than I thought. Oh, man. Alright, just gonna ignore them. Oh, that's a skeleton. Oh, got shot by the skeleton. Alright, down we go. The fact that my health regenerates so poorly... Oh, hey, there's a castle. I guess I didn't even notice that before. But because my health regenerates so poorly, it makes me want to engage in combat much less, to be honest. Until I have, like, a bed that I can actively go back to whenever I want, I don't want to take the risk. And considering there's no fast travel, and I have to actively, like, walk all the way back to a town every time, I'm even less inclined to do it. Hey, bud.
Well, if it...
I'm level 3.
My new friend. Any luck?
I had a chat with Alfred. He seems to think that tell everything to this guy.
Well, well. That's interesting. Good work. That should be all we need then. Splendid.
What about you? Did you find anything?
I did, and now I finally know what to make of it. Come, follow me. I present a Star People's lock, and I bet my buttocks we'll find another answer behind that door over there.
A Star People's lock. I've never heard of that before.
Doesn't surprise me. This kind of lock is usually only found in treasuries or castles, but they can be picked, though that's going to be quite the challenge without the bolts.
You need bolts to open them?
Normally, yeah. It's quite simple, actually. Every keyhole has a matching bolt that latches into place once you insert it. And once all the keyholes, 5 in our case, are latched, the door the lock protects opens up. If you don't have the matching bolts, however, you should prepare yourself for the most frustrating break-in of your life. That is, if you don't happen to be Jaspar. Who knows a little trick?
What kind of trick?
You can use wooden sticks instead of bolts. They'll break a couple of seconds after you put them inside the lock, but if you manage to get all 5 sticks into place before the first one breaks, you can basically trick the mechanism. It's all about speed, in other words. So I'd say you do the running, and I'll wait near the pressure plate. You ready?
Okay.
Splendid. Here are the sticks. All right, go!
By pressing sprint, you can sprint.
Damn, that was too slow. We'll try it again.
Oh, that one again. God damn it.
Damn, that was too slow. We'll try it again. Brilliant. We're really good at this. Now let's take a look and see what the old Magister didn't want anyone to see, shall we?
Okay. Yeah, I definitely was not expecting that when he was describing it. Oh my god, you just took a fireball to the face.
Oh, shit. A fire elemental. Not a weak one. This Yarrow knew about magic, that's for sure. That leaves us with the question of what exactly this is supposed to be.
Looks like a corpse, but whose?
I suppose that's his companion. Though it's interesting that he was already on the wrong side of the law way before his rampage.
He was on the wrong side of the law? Why?
Well, burials are considered heathen here in Enderal, and have been forbidden for about 300 years now. Here, corpses are always cremated. The whole thing's called the Last Journey. The deceased is taken to a place he or she considered special during his or her life, immediately after dying. That's the only way the soul can move on to the eternal paths. Sounds very poetic, but I'm pretty sure the only reason the Order introduced the law was to prevent plagues. Plus, they might have noticed that too many lost ones running around on trade routes aren't that much fun for wanderers and traveling merchants.
So burying someone like that is considered a crime.
Yeah, but of course that only goes to the little man. The rich and powerful still tend to their family crypts. and there are still plenty of old vaults around from the time before this whole last journey thing was begun. And it's good that way. What would life as a treasure hunter be like without the notorious noble looking for family jewels in a century-old grave?
So what now?
Let's take a look around and see if we find anything.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Beloved Sira.
Oh my god, it started reading itself.
Uh-huh. A tragic ending for a tragic personality, I'd say. Well, I think that should suffice.
What do you think about all this?
Well, what should I think about it? Yarrow was a self-righteous fool, just like all these do-gooders are. They celebrate themselves as great messiahs as long as everything goes well, but once they fail, it's the bad, bad world that's responsible for it. The wise hermit has a good saying for that. People are only idealists until it starts to hurt. He and his lady should have simply stayed in Riverville.
Well, we're not saying that. NPCs like you to parrot what they say back at them. You have a good point, Jespar.
Glad you see it that way.
So what's next? Are we going to Ark?
Yeah, we are. Here, I've got 2 teleport scrolls that can take us right back to Riverville. Just meet me in the tavern once you're ready to go. I have some stuff to take care of, so there's no need to hurry. Farewell.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. Alright, well. First, let's go meditate. That's assassination. So this is magic? You also receive a permanently boosted mana regeneration as well as the talent Focus, which lowers the mana cost for all spells by 33% for a short period of time. We definitely need that. All mental and light magic spells are 14% more effective. All elemental spells do 13% more damage. Oh, I forgot about this. Psionic spells stay 15% longer. In effect, entropy spells consume 20% less health. I want to use that like force push. I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting that I have it. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted just to go in all in on mage, to be honest. Lycanthrope, wolf blood potions, and Chimika or Chimisa as a means to transform into a werewolf. Okay, so we could just choose to be a werewolf? Interesting. Away we go.
Uh-huh. Monsieur?
I hit jump there, it didn't work. Okay, the Drunken Bee.
Did you hear the news? It's appalling.
Oh, hello there.
Hmm?
You aren't talking about Countess Delvano's new hairstyle.
No, worse.
Huh?
I guess maybe I should sit down.
Now, if it isn't my new pal, how about a sip of wine?
Oh my god. The way her face looked as she like started talking out of the corner of the screen. Sure.
Here you go. So, are you ready for our little journey? It seems that Riverville's Myrad's injured, so we'll have to go by foot.
What's Myrad?
Oh, right. You wouldn't know that since you're Nehrimese. Myrads are giant flying creatures. Quite nasty when wild, and quite useful when tamed. You can find Myrad towers all over Enderal. And for a small fee, the keepers and their Myrads can take you from point A to B in no time. But, as I said, Riverville's Myrad's injured, so we'll have to walk.
Let's go. The sooner I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. Let's wait until nightfall, though. That way it's less likely we'll run into an ambush in the pass. One more thing. You seemed quite fond of your new magical talents. In battle, I mean. I take it you're more of an arcanist type, then. Am I right?
I guess so, yes.
I knew it. I'm asking because I was in the market just now stocking up on provisions, and I got myself some new reading material. Here, I think you might find this useful.
Okay, I got some learning stuff. In Enderal, your combat-oriented skills only raise through using learning books. These can be found or bought from merchants and consume 1 learning point when used. Especially further into the game, you will need high skill values, so you should always save a part of your income for learning books. Workmanship guides work the same way, though they only raise your non-combat oriented skills. They consume crafting points instead of learning points, and are considerably cheaper. What are these books?
The Arizalian in My Bed, Sensual Confessions of a Vagabond Lady, Volumes 1 and 2. You know, for the lonely nights. Jokes aside, these are learning books, from arcanists or master fencers, depending on what you read. You know how to fight, but if you want to get better, you have to enjoy reading these once in a while.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Then off we go, I'd say. You go on ahead. Just take the route leading north out of Riverville. It'll lead us straight to the mountain pass.
Another character accompanies you now. As long as you follow the preset path, Jesper will follow you. If you leave the path, you do not need to go back to Jesper. Just look out for the notification Jesper follows you again. After some moments, he will be back by your side. If not, he will once you arrive in the foreign quarters of Ark.
Malfast's blessing.
What do you want?
That's a long way to go.
Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway. Still alive? Good. Let's go. We shouldn't waste any more time.
Yep, I guess I'm just gonna be running there. We haven't actually had to fight anything yet, pretty much. Everything's been optional. There's been no real need to worry about stocking up on potions or anything yet. We haven't had to do like a dungeon or anything. Okay, he is still with us. Give me my XP. Starving wolf. Gaspar, you got this. Fight that wolf for me. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Gaspar, where are you? That push didn't do nearly as much as I wanted it to. Oh no! It was nowhere near as effective. Increase mana regeneration. Restore some health. But yeah, it was nowhere near. Is that guy gonna try and kill me? He is. Oh god, I got stuck. I almost died right there, for sure.
That's all you've got.
Gaspar seems to be dying somewhere. But Gaspar gets a full heal. Very good. Talk to Gaspar at the viewpoint. Okay. Where are you at, Gaspar? Look at all this EXP I'm getting. There you are, bud. You got this? Oh, that highwayman is freaking out. All right, great job, bud. You did it. So sorry, Rabbit. I need some help. Jeez, it didn't need to slow down on it like that.
This place was once a trading post, in case you're wondering, but it's been deserted ever since the isolation.
The isolation?
Yeah, that's what we call the decree that was made 30 years ago here in Enderal. Simply put, the Order decided to reduce their trade with other countries of the civilized world to a minimum. Not a very economical choice to make, but that was roughly the time when the Lightborn Eradan left Nehrim. The Order was probably afraid something similar could happen in Enderal. You know, open harbors quicken the exchange of information, which in turn quickens rebellious thinking, and so on. Since the decree, trading in Enderal has been subject to very strict regulations, and only the wealthy can still afford things like Termatralian wine or Chilean spices. Anyway, since then, a lot of once flourishing trading posts have closed down, such as the Three Rivers Watch down at the Sun Coast, or this one.
Interesting.
Yeah. If you want to take a look for yourself, feel free. If not, let's push on. We still have a good march ahead of us.
Oh no, we're pushing on. We're trying to make tracks here. So it wants me to go all the way down here, around, and then like all the way up here. When I could just cut across here. I'll see you at the bottom.
Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break.
I'll see you at the bottom.
Eager to explore, aren't you? Take your time, I'll wait. I can use a break anyway.
So far, so good. There we go. Okay, I made it. It said he'll reappear when I'm on the path, so hopefully he reappears soon. Where you think you're going, dear? Good enough. He's trying to catch up. Does anybody own this goat? Does anybody claim this goat? There he is. He made it. Okay, somebody's gotta own these pigs. Alright, we'll wait for him in case he has anything to say here. Come on, man.
There it is. Ark. Majestic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fancy.
Monsieur? Yes?
Yes, very traditional Middle Ages. All the designs are in this game, I am noticing.
And here we are. And here we are. Welcome to Ark. I've got some things to take care of here. So let's meet at the market once you're ready to meet Grandmaster Tealor Orenthiel and his mages in person, alright?
Okay.
Great. Then see you later and enjoy your stay.
Within Ark, you may also use the signpost to travel back and forth between the different districts. To do so, just walk in front of a signpost and interact with it. Look at that, I leveled up. He said the market district, right? Undercity. No, we're not trying to go to the Undercity. Wow, this game is pretty massive, isn't it? Yeah, it most definitely is. I can't just wait. I need to search for a bed. He's coming this way though, right? So technically if I just literally wait around, he's gonna show up? Or do I have to wait till day?
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe at this hour.
They all have the same sign, letting you know that they're a marketplace. Okay, he's moving. He's almost here. Is this the auction block? I think it is. Oh, I'm standing on void. You found a secure chest, item which you place in a secure chest can't be lost or stolen. You can find them in every settlement and near Myred Towers, and all of them share the same inventory. That's good to know. That's cool. Bounty missions and petitions are announced on this notice board. Wanted in Ark, the Pathless One, Bertulius, the Ripper, is wanted for glimmer dust trafficking and sacrilege. He seems to be able to hold his drink, is a wild mage, and is most likely hiding in the wild mage's hideout in the Heartland. He is said to be extremely dangerous, so proceed with caution. There are 170 Enderalian pennies issued for his death.
My sir.
Hey, bud. Took you long enough.
Huh? Now a good pipe.
You gotta stop saying that.
Everything was better in the old days.
Is it this guy? Patrolman Rufus. Hey. That look.
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it.
Not really, I'm used to big cities.
Right, you're from Ostian, I almost forgot. They're quite fascinating, these places, aren't they? You can climb high, and you can fall just as deep. And every place vibrates with life. Here, put this on. And before you ask, yes, it's necessary. Just trust me.
Okay. It was fine clothes. No, it was the Killian garb. You gave me a lot of stuff, man. You said put all this on, and it was a lot of stuff, okay? I think it was the gallant shoes, fine hat. Was it the fine armbands too? Did he put all of it on me? I guess I automatically switched to wearing it.
That's it. And why is it Malphas who carries the Sun Temple on his back? Isn't that a gesture of servitude?
So, about this fever. Usually those gifted with magic have to report their talent to the Order, and then pass a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic. The Journey to the Water is what they call it. Once they've passed that, the fever reduces to an endurable level, and new Arcanists have their names registered in some kind of holy book. But there are other ways to get rid of the fever, and I hope my employer can tell you about them.
Okay. Yes, we haven't really done anything to increase that fever. We have managed it.
Okay, almost there.
We have managed it pretty well. The fact that healing increases it makes me definitely want to focus on entropy. Because entropy didn't. If I just steal the life from somebody else, it doesn't do it.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You don't belong here.
Let me get a look at your armor.
Outlander. You do not belong here.
That's fine. How can you tell? Right, I didn't say anything. He didn't hear my accent. How does he know?
Hold it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you, and what leaves you with this holy place?
Business. I'm Jaspar Delveric, and I work for the Nehrimese mages.
Oh, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marijo de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin. Archmagister Marigil sent for him. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, Meister de Luna.
You have my word, fair lady. Thank you.
Yup, very convincing. The outfit did it. Just ignore, like, the barbarian face paint. Maybe that's how that guy could tell. Like, nobody around here would have face paint like that.
Well, that went better than expected.
Marijo de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance?
Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters. Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple. Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark, and he's one of Narathzor Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzor's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the Keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me. Huh? Keep your chin up.
Go on, man. I'm following.
All right, here we are. Hang on.
No. That's not how you do it.
Blast it, I'm just being careful. We
Like
have to...
heck we do. Give me that thing, now. Ouch. Blasted, blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Meister
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Oh, right. Joseph the Scrounger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something. I
suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your drinking mates up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular fellow over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the Keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This man's magic is different, Meister. Just feel his aura and you'll see it. Plus, he's from Nehrim, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat, and I'll have a look at that fever of yours.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, then. This will tickle a little. Yeah, you're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow, and powerful. And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that Scrounger.
Okay, fade to black. I tell you everything.
Yes, that just might...
I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
Again, I did not just imagine these visions. They felt different, somehow real.
Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Meister? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true?
Yes.
Oh. Then this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore. Tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room?
A glistening white light and charred bodies, but their flesh was unnatural gray. And I heard all these voices.
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
How can we do that? Get my magic under control?
Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak. The ritual the Enderalians practice to get the glance under control is called the Journey to the Water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Nehrimis know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is. Her name is Lashery, and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
Alright then, I'll do this ritual of yours. Where can I find this Lashery?
She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my friend. I'll see you around.
During the main story of Enderal, you have the opportunity to deepen your bond to several persons. Caution, these missions aren't available forever. If the main story progresses too far, the storylines of some persons stay hidden. I see, so this is it then. I can't just keep rushing forward in the story. They're telling me to slow down and start doing the side stuff. But okay, I think that is where I'm going to call it for now. This definitely seems much more heavily story-driven than the other mods we have done. There is obviously combat to be had and things to explore, but definitely also dense with story as well. But alright. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.